Night, Game 1 NBA Finals, and that's the trophy I'm talking about. Mr. Larry O'Brien, it's in a Louis Vuitton case, and LeBron James is ready to go. Under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Now, yeah, the Lakers had fallen way behind early in this game, but now they are coming back in a big way. That's Anthony. 3-point lead, second quarter. Lakers lead is 1. You tell me how LeBron sees Kuzma in the corner on this play. The pass is extraordinary. Take another look. Lakers hit 11 threes in the first half. Again, the no look. Lakers lead is 4, and they're just getting started. Just over 9 minutes remaining in the half. This is a terrible moment. Watch Goran Dragic. He's 35 years old. He's one of the best players on the Heat. But take a close look at the foot. Woj reporting he suffered a plantar tear. They've not yet ruled him out for the rest of the series. We'll be on close look for any news coming out of that. He did not return to time, and then it just continues to get worse and worse for Miami. Third quarter, the Lakers are up by. This was sort of the finishing touch on what was a terrible night in every way for the Miami Heat. Fourth quarter.
So I just try to go out there and be comfortable with knowing that that's the moment I waited for in my entire career, and now I'm here, so maximize the opportunity because it doesn't come around too often.
I expected out of him. Didn't need to give him no advice. We've been preparing for this moment all season. He's been preparing for this moment all season. And I'm happy to be on the same floor with him in the same uniform. We got so much more work to do. The job is not done, and we're not satisfied with winning one game.
Well, actually, last night was the Lakers' 90th game in the finals since the three-point line was instituted 40 years ago. And their 15 threes were the most they've made in a finals game. LeBron and AD helped the cause. They were a combined 4 of 8 from deep. And Timmy Leggs will break down the three-point shooting for you in just a moment as he joins me here. And so does Vince Carter. Vince, let's talk about that guy, Anthony Davis. We talked going into this series about how it's very difficult for almost any team to have answers. If he plays like that, what in the world is anybody supposed to do? How good was Davis last night?
It's nothing you can do. And the one thing was a question for me is who is going to guard Anthony Davis? And the Lakers made it tough for them when they implemented Dwight Howard in the lineup because now you have to move Bam Adebayo up to the center position, which now puts a hybrid player, what I call him, like a Jay Crowder, like a Solomon Hill or Iguodala on Anthony Davis, someone he can shoot over. Yeah, some of them, like a Jay Crowder, might have the strength that can compare, but you can't guard 6'11" athleticism. I mean, when he gets to his spot, he's tough to guard. And when he's hitting a three-point shot, when he's getting in the paint, he starts dictating different plays and different opportunities for everyone else. And that's what he did early and often last night.
Let's talk about the mentality of him coming up this big. I mean, he's the one who wanted this, right? He forced his way out of New Orleans. He wanted the spotlight. He wanted the pressure. And through this postseason and certainly last night, he came up huge. What does that tell you, Vince Carter, about him?
Well, it tells me, one, that he was prepared, but two, it helps to have somebody like a LeBron James to prepare you and put you in not playoff mode, put you in finals mode and what is expected of you. And from there, he just follows suit. I mean, he has the luxury of preparing at the beginning of the season, throughout the season, and of course in the bubble, and he is responding. And the thing I think is helping him get to this position is LeBron is allowing him to be the star of the team, the go-to guy, and playing through him. Now it's 1A and 1B. LeBron gets to be 1B, I guess. You can't say number 2, and you can't say a Robin, but now you don't have to play through LeBron. And you don't get a tired LeBron late in fourth quarters anymore because he has another superstar that you're playing through.
A really important point. All right, Legs, I showed you a moment ago. The Lakers made a finals record for their franchise, 15 threes last night. How did they do that?
Yeah, look, this is what you're going to have to live with in this series. Unfortunately for Eric Spoelstra, the Lakers' balance, their spacing, their reads were fantastic in that first half. Everything Miami did defensively was right, and the Lakers made a pay. Here's an example. You throw it into the post, you got to get the double team on AD. This cut by Rondo is perfectly timed to take that top defender out of the equation. Now you get 3 Lakers versus 2 Heat on the weak side. Another great read here by Kuzma. Attack the closeout defender, and now you get the corner defender to pinch. And now KCP, who's streaky, if you're the Miami Heat. Unfortunately, that's not the result they were expecting. Rondo hits one. Caruso made a corner three in the first half. He's not a great three-point shooter. But, Greeny, the way the Lakers played, the way they moved it, the reads they made, everybody was taking shots that were on balance. And therefore, shooting percentages go up. Even average to below average shooters then become better than that. And that's what the Lakers did in that first half, and they got that separation.
Again, 15 threes last night, the most they've ever made. So, Vince Carter, let's finish it with this thought. The Heat are going to wake up this morning, and shows like this one, people like all the analysts are going to say this is over. The Heat are overmatched. That Jay Williams is in here talking about they should have reseeded and all the rest of that. Tell me about the anger that they're going to have and the competitiveness and the spirit they will come out with in Game 2 and what they can do to get themselves back in this series.
I tell you what, I'm not worried about their competitiveness. They've shown that they fight, they're gritty, and they're going to play to the end. They knew they were coming in, not the favorite and the underdog. But I tell you, the questions for them right now, and they'll still play through this when I say this, but you wonder, what do you get from Dragic? And you wonder, do you get Bam? You need a 85, 90% Bam Adebayo to fight and battle with the bigs that the Lakers have. But I tell you, one, if you would, one shining moment would be, and bright star would be Kendrick Nunn. 19 minutes, 18 points, and 5 rebounds. I mean, that is he was a starter before, so you can implement him and hopefully get some offense from him.
Yep, they're going to have to come out tomorrow night and play well. And again, we're waiting to hear news on Bam and or Dragic this morning. As soon as we get it, we'll let you know. Guys, thank you both very much. And we have more on the finals coming up. Jalen will join me coming up 20 minutes.
On site if that works.
Okay, then we will start off with Dave McMenamin.
Brian, you guys went on, I think, a 75-30 run after falling down 13 early. What allows you guys to have success like that over a sustained period of time, a run like that?
Paying attention to detail. I'm physical enough, and you have to get a feel for how hard Miami plays. And I think they smacked us in the mouth, and we got a sense of that, and so we knew how hard we had to play if we wanted to try to make it a game. And from that moment when it was 23-10, we started to play to our capabilities. We started flying around. We started getting defensive stops, and we started sharing the ball a lot better offensively, and just got into a really good groove.
All right, Kyle Goon.
For AD, thank you. For AD, obviously his first finals game, what'd you see about his preparation? Was there any advice you gave him, and to see him perform like that, what do you feel about that?
I don't feel anything I expected out of him. Didn't need to give him no advice. We've been preparing for this moment all season. He's been preparing for this moment all season. And I'm happy to be on the same floor with him in the same uniform. And he was, once again, a force every facet of the game, both offensively and defensively.
All right, Dan.
LeBron, you've felt the buzz of the NBA Finals 9 times in your career. What was it like today with nobody there, the sound? I mean, I know you're used to bubble basketball at this point, but on this stage, what did it feel like to play a finals game?
It felt great. I've been preparing for this moment for quite a while. And fans know fans. The inner challenge for myself and the way I prepared myself, it felt amazing to be playing in the finals once again.
Okay, Rachel Nichols.
LeBron, you've seen plenty of times over the years where if one team has a bunch of injuries, the other team kind of floats a little bit and doesn't come at them as hard. How do you make sure that you guys don't do that in Game 2?
We got so much more work to do. The job is not done, and we're not satisfied with winning one game. It's that simple.
All righty, Chris. Thanks.
Well, there was a few times where you guys got up big, and then there was a lot of celebrating going on, and I seen sometimes you had to rein them in a little bit. What do you from your experience, what have you seen in the past that got you to the point where you felt like sometimes you just say like, okay, let's keep it on task?
The best teacher in life is experience, and I've experienced moments in my career, finals games, where you had all the momentum in the world and you felt like you had the game under control, and one play here or one play there could change the course of a series or change the course of a game. And one in particular that always rings home for me is Game 2 of the 2011 finals in Miami versus Dallas. D-Wade hits a three right by that bench. I believe put us up either 13 or 17. And from that moment on, Dallas went on a hell of a run and finished it off with a Dirk Nowitzki left-hand layup to steal that game. That shit burns me to this day. So I always talk about the best teacher in life is experience, so I've experienced a lot. So that's what prompted me to be who I am today, is being able to have those experiences.
Okay, we'll send it back to Will.
Right, thank you. Yeah, we're going to take 3 more on my side. Tanya?
Bron, I'm wondering, in a game like this, when you guys have the kind of lead that you had, are you already thinking, this is what we've done, this is what we could do better, here are some things that we're doing wrong? Were you already in that frame of mind